this information that people are receiving, and they're blocking, and you have people like Satanic and King Milkfart that come out of the woodwork that just relent. I mean, we're talking relentless. I mean, I cancel. I got King Milkfart canceled maybe 6 times. I got his account taken down 6 times, and this guy just keeps bouncing back. Like he either
You know, they have a family member. Uplifting Tweets has a family member who's an executive at
yeah,
Twitter who
imagine that.
personally helps her get banned.
Yep.
And here's a little story for y'all. Y'all might remember me and Tupa's little foray with Keemstar. One of the things that really blackpilled him about all this shit was that he's had a contact at Twitter that's a high executive who he's called on for like a decade plus whenever he needed some kind of Twitter thing happened, right? Like this thing, can you get my account banned? Can we get blah blah blah, right? Always worked out. Always 100% of the time. Uplifting Tweets admitted to using bot accounts to harass a terminally ill cancer patient, Brian Johnson. And Brian Johnson, by his own testimony, said he started getting harassed when he started questioning Lou Elizondo.
Yep.
He admitted that, gets his account taken down. Keemstar had actually contacted his contact to be like, hey, can you make sure this is good? And he's like, yeah, that's crazy that it got taken down. It's down. Boom, boom. Keem's back channel. Me and Tupa like, yeah, we got it. We got it taken down. Right, blah, blah, blah. And then a few days later, Uplifting Tweets is back. He gets a shout out by Corbell on Weaponized. And then Keemstar calls us and he's like flabbergasted. He's like, it's fucking real. Like, you guys are right. It's fucking real. And me and Tupa are like, what? What are you talking about? And then Tupa, do you want to maybe explain the rest of it? Are you there? What did he explain? Or what do take the audience back to that point in time too? So
Well,
you know what I mean.
it was bizarre, right? Essentially, botting is like the worst thing you can do on a social media site, on a platform, because it inflates or deflates the value of the company. So big deal. So it's the number one bannable offense. So it was kind of a no-brainer that he'd get banned. Then he shows back up. Suddenly his account's back. Everything's cool. He's back in. Corbell's celebrating it. Everyone's celebrating it. And then we got that call from or we I think at some point we tweeted it. We were posting about it. And sure enough, like that conversation with Kim, I'll never forget it. He's like, dude, I asked the guy, I have a contact at Twitter. I asked him, how did this account get unbanned? And the guy said, like, it's above my pay grade. Like
And this has never happened before in the 10
Yeah,
plus years he's
never.
been calling on this guy for random fucking Logan Paul bullshit, this bullshit, that. He's never been given an answer like, hey, this is above my pay grade. I don't know what's going on here. I can't help you.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. He said it's the only time. And that's when, because we were always pretty rational with Keem, you know what I mean? But that's where, like, there were moments where he's like, I don't really know if it's like, if it goes all the way up to the top, these guys are probably just a bunch of troll idiots. And the top wasn't that far, it just seemed like he wasn't really buying that. And rightfully so. He should be skeptical about claims like that, right? But then he did say, like, okay, it's real. This is basically government stuff. There's no way that this happened, like Keem's Connect at Twitter is a guy who's been there since it was Twitter.
He said high up exec too. Like since
before
at
it was
least
X.
like 2012, 2008, he might have even said he's been high up exec there. And he was told he's basically cautioned off. But that's a little side point, data point. But let's go to Area 503 real quick.
I want to state the obvious. There's no one that's been in these rooms over the last 3 years who doesn't know that there's been crimes committed. Now, just use the logical process of putting 2 and 2 together, folks. Senior executives at Twitter are actively involved in things that everybody knows are felonies and crimes, and they're not being stopped, and they haven't been stopped in 3 years. So there is an acknowledgement that senior levels of this platform know the fuck what's going on. Sorry I said the bad word, but they know what's going on. And by passive condonement, they are allowing it to continue. It has affected people's lives. It's affected people here. And it's continuing. The fact that it's going on.
Call me crazy and Tupa crazy for my theories. I feel like I've honestly been very tempered with my accusations. I don't really throw shit out there unless I'm like pretty sure of it and I have a bunch of data points for it. But even with the Keemstar thing, it was another one of those too. But how many times have there been moments where like we suspect it's this bad and then we get an outside data point where we're like, oh fuck, it's like actually worse than we thought. Like Keem was like literally shook up. It was it was weird, and because he's like so bombastious or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? He's never like that, but he was like shook when he got this back because he was like, he went from riding high, like we got it, we handled it, boom, my contact handled the hate group, to being told like, nah, like your contact ain't shit, and your contact actually can't even tell you what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean?